Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Field Trips vlog. So in this episode, we're gonna be installing the Zamp Solar Deluxe solar panel kit on my 28-foot toy hauler that I'm gonna be living out of full time. These panels will allow me to kind of stay off the grid, not be plugged in, and still be able to run just about everything. I probably won't be able to run my AC or my heater, so I'll need to do it in kind of temperate climates, but I can kind of get off the grid for really an indefinite amount of time as long as I've got sunlight and still run my fridge, freezer, all my appliances, everything that I need. So should be pretty sweet. We're here with Jesse Minoski. He's a kayak fishing guide here in Southwest Florida. Moved down here from Connecticut, what, August? Back in, just this August?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not too long ago, a few months ago. And yeah, he's gonna be helping me do this. So I am not the handiest of guys. I'm not that good at rigging and wiring and all that stuff, but Jesse here does this electrical stuff for a living. So coincidentally, I'm friends with him and he came and offered to help me rig these out. So before we get into that, yesterday we went fishing.
Yeah.
A little fishing in Matlacha, Florida, and
crushed a trout.
Yeah, caught a bunch of trout. So check that out. Here's a minute or two of our day yesterday. Yeah, so check that out. Here's a quick minute from our day yesterday. Stop the finger guns. Kick and chain.
Shooter, McGavin.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Field Trips. Really the first episode of the new Field Trips. I left where I parked my toy hauler last night. Drove an hour here to fish with a good buddy Jesse Minoski, Connor Thompson, and new friend Brooks. We're here in Matlacha, Florida, and we're gonna be going out for, I mean, what do you think's biting right now?
Trout and reds.
Trouts and redfish. Maybe a snook. I really want a big snook, but we'll see. Let's do it.
Go for some reds.
Hello, guy. All right, so these guys are already getting in some small trout. Nice, decent little trout. Damn catfish. Look at that, a little puffer fish. Look at this guy. That's a little puffer fish. They live here inshore. They puff up like that to kind of scare away predators or make them think they're too big to eat. Redfish tail right there. And then I just had a redfish tailing for a good like 2 minutes behind my boat. I cast a few times at him, but couldn't get him to bite, but that's a good sign. So you want another trout? Here you go, bro. Just had to say so. Another little trout. Hey, you want to keep this for real? Go ahead and give this guy to Connor. He said so he can feed his girlfriend, make her happy. Finally got a decent fish. Seen a bunch of reds today. Can't get him to bite, but there's a decent trout right there. Hit it pretty close to the boat. Got to watch him actually come up and hit my lure. And yeah, he just absolutely smashed it. Got to watch the entire fight. Water's real clear over here. Beauty. Go ahead and keep this guy. He's gonna be dinner. All right, so we got done fishing. Jesse and I went and we ran to, you know, Home Depot. We went to Ace Hardware. We went all over the place to get all the stuff we're gonna need for this install. Now the Zamp Solar kit comes with just about everything you need to install these panels, except for the hardware that you're gonna use to mount them to your roof and the sealant that you've got to use to make sure this thing's waterproof. Obviously, I don't want to have a leaky roof when we get done with this thing. So Yeah, and then last night Jesse went home, got cleaned up, got ready for today, and then Jay is the landowner here that I've been staying with, who you would have seen in the first vlog unveiling the trailer. He and I built the battery bracket that's going to hold the 4 gigantic 6-volt batteries that I'm going to use to store charge, so that way even if I lose the sunshine of a few days of cloudiness, I'll still have some charge stored up so I can run my stuff. All right, so basically what we're having to do, there's a single 12-volt battery is what comes stock on this trailer, just for running it when it's plugged in and having a little power when you unplug. We are taking that 12-volt battery off and we're putting 4 6-volt batteries, or basically golf cart batteries, 215 amp hours each, and that's going to let these solar panels really charge up these batteries and store some charge, so that even on cloudy days like today when I'm not getting power from the solar panels, I've got some power kind of stored up so I can still run my stuff in between sunshine. So we're taking that off and we're basically going to have to build and weld on a new bracket to store these 4 batteries. You don't want to store batteries inside your trailer. Lead acid batteries have the capability of exploding, and the only place I could store them inside is under my bed. So obviously exploding batteries under my bed is probably not a good thing. So this is the angle iron, and basically it's the same kind of concept. The original battery sat here down low in the middle, so we just got the same kind of size angle iron, and we'll put it up here like this and mount these battery boxes, and they'll sit on there and then get strapped down. And now, because I got 4 of them and they're so big, it's gonna stick out a little ways, but yeah, that's good. We were worried about the clearance here because this thing kind of slopes out, but it looks like they're gonna fit perfect.
Yep.
Oh, God. So this is what the final setup will look like, obviously with batteries in them. All right, so this is Jay's portable welder. We're about to rig this up to the lawnmower so we can carry it over there. It's on wheels. And yeah, start this weld job.
Yeah.
Should be pretty easy, you think?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm here with you, man, because I'd be just kind of screwed if I wasn't. So thanks again.
Oh, you know, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
That's what friends do.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
We're friends.
You're too good to me. You think that thing's gonna wheel on this okay? You think that's gonna wheel on this okay? We'll find out. Like I said, I'll walk with it. Wait! Stop! It caught on something.
Guess I bolted it down pretty good, didn't I?
It's the wheel, man.
The wheel okay? Oh, it's broke.
Damn.
Damn. And here comes the rain again.
And there's the rain. Didn't make it very far.
No, you know, just past there it gets smoother.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, well, we broke a wheel on the cart that was holding his welder, and I just ran to Camping World to get some Dicor, and while I was gone, so Jay's got it rigged up here in the tractor. We're back in business. You've been busy. This guy is a wizard. No way I would have been able to get this done without him. I am not the handiest of guys, and luckily Jay here is, so this is really all working out, despite a few speed bumps along the way.
Grinding on it so it weld properly.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah, that's the exact kind of
That's
tool
the thing that got you?
But it was a corded one.
Please be careful though, man.
Oh yeah.
Candy will kill me if... Yeah, so the whole deal when I got here was to be helping Jay out because he hurt his thumb using a grinder. And instead, what do? I've got him using a grinder again. Luckily, his wife Candy's not home. She'd definitely kill me right now.
Flammable batteries, LP, let's live a little day.
Yeah. Folks at home may want to take some different precautions.
It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, feels rock solid. Yeah. All right, so we got the battery bracket on there. It's welded on. It's not going anywhere. It feels really solid. So the next step to prevent it from rusting, since it's iron, I've got to paint it. So the angle iron, I'll paint that with this Rust-Oleum high performance enamel. Basically a paint, will keep it from rusting. It says shake for 1 minute. It's like a shake weight. Just working out over here. Also looks like kind of like I'm doing something else. Not as good with my left hand. All right, got a few coats of that paint on here. Gives a nice kind of glossy finish and matches the tongue pretty well. Not too bad. And that'll keep it from rusting. So then we'll put the boxes on here, and then we'll actually screw through the box and into this angle iron to make sure they don't slide this way. And then we'll have also a strap going around this way just for extra security. Should be good to go. So when I was doing my research about solar panel manufacturers, a few different options came up, but it pretty quickly became evident to me that Zamp Solar was the company to go with, and that's for a variety of reasons. So there are rave reviews about not only the quality of the components that Zamp uses, but also in the durability and kind of longevity that you can depend on this system for years to come. Zamp's kits also really make it easy to add solar panels down the road and kind of expand your kit. So especially if you talk to their support team, they'll help you figure out a solution that'll work for you now, but then also has the capability of being expanded to give you more wattage down the road. Their customer service has been incredible. Their support team has put up with a million questions from me. Like I mentioned, I'm kind of electrically challenged. I am not good at this stuff. Luckily, I've got Jesse here to help me, but even if you don't, their support team is there. They are incredible. They've never seemed annoyed at my dozens of questions, and they'll really kind of help you get it figured out. And there's also certified installers and technicians around the country that can help you install these panels if you're not comfortable doing it yourself, which I'm not comfortable doing it myself, but we're about to stumble our way through it. But if you don't want to do that, totally understand. You're smarter than me. Tons of people that can install this for you all around the country. And finally, one of the coolest things about Zamp Solar that a lot of their close competitors can't say is that all their solar panels are made right here in the United States, up in Oregon. So that right there was like almost kind of the kicker for me. Anytime I've got a choice, if I can buy something that's made here in the US, that's what I'm gonna go with. And so that combined with all the reviews and the customer service and the kits and the way they package everything, just really made it a no-brainer. Zamp Solar is who I went with. And so I'm gonna put links in the description to all the products that I show in this video, as well as a couple guides for installing them. If you have any other questions about it, feel free to comment below, but let's get to it. So the bracket turned out killer. But yeah, now here we are. It's Sunday morning, the next morning, and Jesse is gonna help me knock this thing out.
Let's do it.
Let's go take a look at all the stuff we've got from Zamp and all the stuff we're gonna need to use to run this, and then we'll kind of run you guys through the process and how we get these things rigged out. All right, so here we've got the mounting brackets to put each of the three 180 watt solar panels up. Here we've got the solar charge controller, which basically this will mount inside, and this is how I can kind of see what's going on with the system. Here's my solar panel 3-port connector. This will mount on the roof, and this is basically what the solar panels plug into, and then this will drill a hole into this in my roof. Pretty big hole, I'm pretty nervous about it. And that's how the wiring will get from the solar panels into here, and then from here down into the controller inside my trailer. And then here's all the wiring that we need. So now we're gonna install the mounting hardware, the brackets on the solar panels themselves before we take them up on the roof. Then we'll lay out the three panels, the 3-port connector, and make sure everything fits and has a place and looks good. Then we'll mark those and then start drilling holes in the roof. I'm nervous.
Here goes nothing.
It was a bold move. Yeah, so we just drilled our first hole in my trailer. Confused about what was behind it, I would say. Confused? Is that the word?
I'd say a swing and a miss is what ended up happening.
We were trying to figure out where to run these wires, and Jesse convinced me to drill this giant gaping hole in my trailer. In my little storage compartment here, we were thinking that went to a kind of a little hollow area, but it doesn't. It comes out of my nightstand.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, kind of a miscalculation of sorts. So we're committed now. We think that's where we're gonna run the wires now that there's a big gaping hole in my bedroom. So we'll run the wires from the roof into my bedroom and then come in through this hole. And then up here, we're gonna mount the controller. So I can come here and check the levels and everything. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
That's what I'm here for. Just drilling holes in your bedroom. So it's always nerve-wracking when you drill the first hole in your kayak to mount an accessory. It's extremely nerve-wracking to drill the first giant gaping hole in your new home.
There's worse things, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I can't really think of any right now, but yeah.
Maybe we could have like made it into your like bed or like
True.
through wires, or the compressor we thought might have possibly not
been there.
Clearly was not there.
True. Didn't hit a compressor. Mark that down as a W. So we're thinking drill the hole here to go to the 3-port connector. Run the wire down here along the door frame. Run it there along the bottom to the
Big hole.
beautiful hole that we drilled into my nightstand. Thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think so.
Good with that?
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever been more nervous about doing something my whole life. So the problem is there's a gap between the ceiling and the roof. So we're drilling 2 holes, and we don't really know exactly what's in between the ceiling and the roof. So there's a good chance I could run this into a wire and electrocute myself. Should I cut the power?
Nice.
Bro.
Woosah, woosah.
I'm scared. Well, we're drilling in the roof, or in the ceiling first, because if I drill a hole here that I don't need, that's not the end of the world. If I drill a hole in the roof that I don't need, that is the end of the world, so. What? Oh my God.
It's all right.
It's insulation.
Okay. And there's the roof. But it's free and clear.
Yeah?
Yep.
Woo!
There's your drill bit, bud. Easy.
So these connections will go into this 3-port connector right here. So this is the sealant that we're going to use to seal these holes in the roof. This is a die-core, non-leveling sealant. This is the screws that we're going to use to mount the actual solar panels to the roof. You want to pick these based on what your manufacturer recommends to use on your roof. These are 3/4 inch, number 10 stainless steel screws. Do I need to put some on this edge, you think?
I don't think you need to, but it can't really hurt.
I think more cock's better than not enough cock. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live my life.
No comment.
So we got this 3-port connector installed. The wires are running through the ceiling, through the roof. This is what the solar panels will plug into. Got the die core around it to seal it. It feels pretty solid. So now Jesse's marking the brackets that the solar panels mount onto. We're gonna put more die core, more sealant underneath that, then set them back down, drill the screws in through it, 3/4 inch number 10 screws, stainless steel, and then we'll die core on top of those screw holes as well, just for another layer to make sure this thing doesn't leak. Really is telling me it's how fucking dirty my roof is.
Who cares?
What? Oh, my bubble date's like, let me check your roof.
Yo, before I go downstairs,
I gotta go upstairs.
I gotta check that roof. Cord got in the die core. You got it in your beard. Die core in your beard.
Die core in your beard.
Right here, dude. Right.
Die core in your beard.
Right here, dude.
So now we'll die core on top of the screw holes just to make sure they're as waterproof as possible. And then we're pretty much done on the roof for this leg of the install. All right, so now we're gonna cut a piece of plywood about 8x5, and that's what we're gonna mount the controller onto so that we can mount that piece of plywood into the little compartment underneath my bed, essentially with the outside access.
8x6, not the straightest, but
You know.
she'll fly.
Ish.
Yeah.
So there's 4 leads in the back of the controller. Basically, one's a plus minus for the solar panel wires, one's a plus minus for the battery wires. So pretty simple. Just connect all these up. All right. Now I'm gonna mount this piece of plywood up here to this wood that's in here. Kind of forms the structure of this compartment. That's not going anywhere. Nice. And then finally here are the ring terminals to connect all the batteries to each other. We gotta run them in series and in parallel. So I gotta put all the batteries in the battery cases, stick them on the brackets. They are heavy. The same negative and positive you're saying as the controller ones.
Yes, yes. And yeah, you just assume, okay, negative to positive.
Yep.
And negative to positive.
Okay, so how about we just do that right now?
Then you have negative, positive 12 volts because you've tied those two together.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we can...
All right, so rather than make you guys listen to us stumble our way through figuring this out, refer to this diagram for how to run these 4 batteries, or just Google how to run 4 6-volt batteries in series and in parallel. The goal is to get this at 12 volts and combine all of their amp hours so that we have the maximum charge storage. Got the batteries all set up. And we have power. Reading 12.9 volts, don't have too many amps because the sun's going down, but it is all working. All right, guys, well, everything is set up, it's working. We kind of lost the sunlight here, so it's not charging very much, but I can tell that it's charging, it's storing charge, so looks like everything's working. Now, we still have to get the inverter. I mentioned this earlier. I got to get the inverter installed. That's actually on the way right now. So with that 2,000 watt inverter, I'll be able to run pretty much everything. My microwave, I'm thinking at least my fridge and probably my freezer. I probably won't be able to run the AC, but beyond that, just about everything in this trailer will be able to work off the grid as long as I've got some sunlight. And now on days if I don't have sunlight, I should have enough charge stored up, but as long as I'm careful, I can still, you know, kind of go about my daily life. So super stoked about the install. Zamp Solar has just made this incredible. Their customer service and support has been behind me the entire way, and I'm just super impressed by the quality of everything that I've rigged up today. So yeah, it's looking good. And I mean, the whole point of this is so that I can do some kind of off-the-grid backcountry camping. You know, I didn't move into this thing so I can go sit in a neighborhood around a bunch of people. I want to be able to go out in the woods or on the beach or, you know, by a lake or whatever, get out in the wilderness, do some fishing in remote areas, and still be able to have some power to at least have some of the minor comforts and charge my laptop and that sort of thing. So super excited. From here, in the next episode, I'm heading to Lake Okeechobee. So Lake Okeechobee is a world-renowned fishery, one of the top bass lakes in the United States, just known for double-digit bass. I'm hearing there's a cold front coming through, so it's probably gonna be a little bit tough, but super excited. I'll be staying at Roland Martin Marina, right on Lake Okeechobee in the toy hauler. And you know, here's a little preview, a little clip of the solar panels and this beautiful lake I'll be staying on for the next week. Check it out.